Shalom.
Shalom.
Out here again, another opportunity in the election. Sure. Before we go any further, we're going to face the east and give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahawah, Ba'ashem, YAHAWASHI, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well, teaching this truth in its entirety, and also all the other elders that's pushing this truth non-stop throughout the four corners of the earth. It's your brother, Hope, Grace, and Mercy, also go by Kalab.
It's a brother, Heart of David, also go by Love.
All right, and we out here again through the power spirit of YAHAWASHI, meeting up in Louisville, Texas, me and the brother. And we just out here, you know what I'm saying, continuing to do the work and the will of YAHAWASHI, hoping to be a part of that precious elect number. And we just gonna get started like we always do. And we hope in advance that this lesson is edifying and comforting to the elect of Israel. And before we go any further, we're going to bring out some articles like we always do. And these articles are coming from the end time headlines. And the first one reads, I got to make sure I don't say that word too, like I slipped up last time. The first one reads, not again.
Not again.
Not again.
That's going to be the next saying around here.
Right. Not again.
Not again,
yeah. Not again. New Yorkers told to mask up for Labor Day as new C variant sparks super spread fears. So we know that we in that time where these devils is getting ready to roll out another you know what? You know what I'm saying? It's all a part of YAHAWASHI's plan. No matter what happens, you know what I'm saying, throughout the four corners of the earth, whether it be a natural disaster, whether it be something that man-made, it's still a part of the movie of YAHAWASHI. You know what I'm saying? So let it go down the way it's gonna go down, you know. But we not surprised. You know, we not surprised about these things that's going on. Why? Because we trust in the words of YAHAWASHI. You know what I'm saying? The scriptures tell us all the things that's gonna be happening in these days that we are in. So we are not surprised. We are just here, you know, saying, because we fear YAHAWASHI, hoping to persuade men, hoping to persuade the elect to come back to YAHAWASHI, their true power and repent. All right. The next article says Putin has just placed doomsday nuke on comeback ready for the first time. Ain't that's beautiful, man? You know, to have this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, and to be able to read things like that. You know, President Putin turned his nukes on combat ready. You know, for those that have eyes to see and ears to hear, you already know what time it is. It's just prophecy happening.
It's not just any nuke. It's the doomsday nuke. That could be the very missile. That'd be the first missile to start destroying America.
End all be all missile.
And if we show that to people out here, they just gonna brush it off.
Yeah, they're gonna just brush it off and say that, well, our military is strong.
Our missile defense, see that
it ain't as strong as you think it is, man.
No, it's outdated.
Right. It's about as strong as they faith in Babylon the Great is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Which they might have a lot of faith in Babylon, but it ain't gonna hold up.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So that military ain't gonna hold up. All the militaries combined throughout the whole planet Earth, YAHAWASHI gonna wipe them out in an hour, man. So that lets you know that, you know what I'm saying, no matter what they come with, you know what I'm saying, it's gonna be wiped out. But in the meantime, in between time, Putin getting ready to get this thing ready. You know what I'm saying? Like they, Louisiana, we had a song they used to come on. You know, when you hear this, everybody, you know what I'm saying, get crunk. Get it ready, get it ready, get it ready, ready. You know what I'm saying? Hey, girl, don't you do that. But when we hear that, you know what I'm saying, we used to get ready to, you know what I'm saying, to get our vibe on. But, you know what I'm saying, reading that, you know what I'm saying, Putin has turned his nukes on combat ready. You know what I'm saying? Get it ready, get it ready, get it ready, ready. So it's all the same, man. It's a wonderful thing to be able to have this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding and be alive in these times and know what's going on and not just be living our day to day. All right. Next one says authorities erect miles and miles of black fencing around Luhania Well, that's where I know I probably messed up that name, but that's where they had those fires over there in Hawaii. You know, and we know that they getting ready to start building those 15-minute cities over there, because now that everything is destroyed, those people's houses and their land, they say as soon as it happened, all these bickers and companies have been trying to buy their land and stuff. But I just seen on the internet how Biden slipped up and said that he sent his his secretary of defense over there weeks before the fire even happened. So you know that devil, he can't get right for nothing in this world.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They was screaming to get Trump out of office. They was screaming to have Biden, but look how the tables have turned. Now they want Biden up out of there, man. You know what I'm saying? This place is through. And Biden ain't doing nothing but furthering the affliction, you know what I'm saying, for this thing to come to pass, man. You know, those same people who was so all about Biden, man, they sitting back like, what the hell going on?
Oh, yep.
You know, it's a beautiful thing. All right, I'm just gonna get a couple of more and then we'll be done. Next article says, Minnesota Art Museum recently held a family-friendly demon summit.
So they're having demon summoning parties.
Calling on spirits, man.
This place gotta go.
Spirits, bro. This place gotta go, bro. All right. The next article says, heads up, massive emergency alert test will sound alarms on U.S. cell phones, TVs, and radios this October. Get it ready, get it ready, get it ready, ready. It's already September, man.
The year really just started.
And the year is almost over. October, that's next month. So it's September the 2nd. Tomorrow it'll be September the 23rd.
Yup.
The way this thing is moving so fast.
I think in Texas, starting this month, yesterday, I think they're requiring all food SNAP benefit recipients to be enrolled either in school or so many hours of community service. So no more free food. So no more free food stamps.
Child support. Now
I seen that clip. You seen like 700 something.
700 something laws. They can't force you to have no permit for your gun no more. So you know they're just gonna help them get the numbers down. Killing. It's a lot of new laws. If you on child support, you know what I'm saying, they making it now that you owe back child support, you can lose your whole inheritance. Damn. Child support and stuff like that.
Then we know who mainly suffered from child support.
Right. Man. You know who suffered from child support. You can understand that we are under those curses, man. Like, you ain't gonna see it, bro. You can't see that YAHAWASHI has put this nation under a curse, man. In these days, bro, I mean, how bad does it have to get for you to understand what's going on? We know the Lord has blinded. You know what I'm saying? Those that he don't have is not
Nah, that was it on me. Yeah, so today's lesson is a high time to awake out of sleep. Yeah, because the devil about to come down with great wrath, meaning our salvation is nearer than when we believe. Hey, so that's the lesson. It's a high time to wake out of sleep. So we gonna get into the precepts.
I think that music's too loud. I'm gonna wait till it
passes. Let's wait till it go by.
I'm gonna wait till this motorcycle passes this music, stuff like that. But hey, man, we're in a beautiful time, man. All the things that's happening throughout the four corners of the earth. This truth is jumping. You know what I'm saying? Like the brother Ahmawan Ibad says. You know what I'm saying? Out here in pure power. We had the brothers out last Saturday. They came out from California, San Antonio, Houston by way of Philly. You know, it was a beautiful time, man, in the spirit, man. It was a beautiful time to gather with those brothers. You know what I'm saying? I thank YAHAWASHI for the increase, man, because I used to be out there in Dallas teaching, you know what I'm saying, the gospel all by myself, not knowing nobody other than the brothers that I used to speak with on the internet. You know what I'm saying? But this brother, you know what I'm saying, reached out to me and said, I think we in the same area. I'm in Denton. And man, I just knew that was the Lord, man. That was beautiful, man. Man, this brother been rocking ever since, man.
Going strong ever since.
Going strong ever since, man. I used to, we thought we was just gonna be meeting up when we got an opportunity to do the work every now and then, but now this is must.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know, after we have camp, first thing me and the brother go into is like, what you want to go into next week?
Oh,
you know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
Yep.
That's all. The power and spirit of YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI.
It's beautiful to do the work, but can you do the work again?
Yes, sir. Can you stay persistent?
Yup. Right. Oh, yes, so high time to wake out of sleep. So we about to get into these precepts.
Right. The first precept is coming from the book of 2 Samuel, chapter 7, and verse 23. And it reads, and what one nation in the earth is like thy people, even like Israel, whom Yahweh thy power went to redeem for a people to himself, and to make him a name, and to do for you great things and terrible for thy land before thy people, which thou redeemest to thee from Egypt, from the nation of their gods.
So yeah, to say, you know, what people is like the people of Israel, and we find out we don't people. Hey, so it's a great time to awake out of sleep if you was gonna ever wake up, finding out that we was doing people. As a matter of fact, can you go to that in the NLT real quick? And then it goes on to say, who did for you great things and terrible things. Hey, so the Lord did great and terrible things for his people in the land of their captivity. We find out we don't people and that we in captivity all over again. So we know it's times when the Lord gonna do great and terrible things for us once again. Great for us, beginning with the elect, but terrible for the other nations and the 2/3 of our people. Hey, Shalom, Elder Sagalah. Hey, Shalom to my mom, daughter Yahweh.
Shalom.
And Shalom to the brother Yawanathan Bakar. That was about to me outside the
I was about to say that too. Shalom. Shalom to everybody joining us at the room. Right, this is 2 Samuel chapter 7 and verse 23 in the NLT. What other nation on earth is like your people, Israel?
What other nation of people is like us?
What other nation, O Yahweh thy power, have you redeemed from slavery to be your own people? You made a great name for yourself when you redeemed your people from Egypt. You performed awesome miracles and drove out the nations and gods that stood in their way.
That's why the scriptures say, what other people was like us?
Yes.
A people who was in captivity and slavery, and the Lord came himself to get us up out of that captivity. We in captivity, slavery again. Hey, so the Lord gonna rise up once more to get us up out of this captivity. Hey, so this is our inheritance. So it's a high time to wake out of sleep and get what's written for you. Like if you got to inheritance in the world, you pull all kind of strings, do all kind of moves, hey, to get what's laid up for you. Hey, do that for this right here.
Right.
You know, because again it said, whom the Lord did great and terrible things for. Make sure you're on the side where the Lord can do great things for you and not terrible.
Right.
Because it's one or the other.
What people can survive, what people, like the scripture says, what people is like us. What people can survive hardcore bondage.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? What people can survive hardcore slavery to this day, still under the curse. What people can survive all of this, you know? And also, what people, who are you gonna be out of the people? When YAHAWASHI brings his rewards for everybody. All of Israel is gonna get their rewards. Two types of rewards that YAHAWASHI has that he's gonna give out. It's gonna be a reward for the righteous that you have done, or a reward for the wickedness that you have done. You know, and for those that have sown much wickedness, then that terror is gonna fall on your head. You know, so it ain't no people like YAHAWASHI's people. That's why we the greatest at everything that we do. You know what I'm saying? But all the things, all the components that we are made of, you know, Jake choose to do wicked with, you know what I'm saying, all that he has, man.
Yeah.
Like the scripture says, wise to do evil, man.
Yep.
You know, Jake got that bad. He got it bad because that's also because Babylon has spoiled us to have a prideful spirit on us. Like the scripture says, wise ash is proud.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Right, next precept is coming from the book of Romans, chapter 11. Chapter 13 and verse 11, and it reads, "And that knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep, for now is our salvation nearer than when we believe."
Yeah. Knowing the time that what we at the end of our captivity, our iniquity has been accomplished. You know, the warfare that the Lord made against his people is complete. Hey, the 400 years is up. Hey, it's a high time to wake out of sleep. Because again, the Lord gonna rise up and do great and terrible things before the nations once again. And you wanna make sure that you receive like the great things of the Lord and not the terrible. Hey, because it's been bad for us already. But if you're gonna receive terrible from the Lord, hey, things is gonna get much worse for you.
That you can only imagine though.
Oh, yup. Hey, but you know, those who awake out of sleep all the way, they can receive the great things. So things only gonna get better from here on out.
And it ain't no better time to wake up than right now. You know, we don't know who all gonna repent and come back to YAHAWASHI. But this is that high time that the scripture is speaking about. You know, it ain't gonna be no 300, 400, 500 years from now where it's time to wake up, a high time to wake up out of sleep. You know what I'm saying? The way the prophecies are falling off the page and the things that are coming to pass, you know, we almost up out of this thing. But even though we know that we are close to getting up out of here, we still got to endure. We still got to push this truth. You know what I'm saying? We got to still remain faithful. However, we know where we are this close. The scripture says that our salvation roughly paraphrasing, draw closer than when we believe. So we know we almost up out of this thing, but we are closer than we think we are. You know, and that's why it's important that we come out here to these highways and hedges. You know what I'm saying? To prophesy the downfall of Babylon the Great, man, because we are in some crucial times, man, but we are also in some beautiful times, man, if you are part of that elect number.
Hey, it's crucial and beautiful.
Yes, sir.
Can you go to Habakkuk 3 and 2 real quick?
In the NLT?
Oh no, this regular too.
Okay.
Then like the brother said, you know, the end is not 50 years from now. It's not even 10 years from now. It's not even 5 years from now. But that's why it's a high time to wake out of sleep.
Yes, sir. Pages be sticky.
Oh yeah, I know. In the web, the page is so thin.
Yeah, man. Appreciate it.
Oh yeah.
Habakkuk 2 and 3?
Yeah, 2 and 3.
All right, this is the book of Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 3. And it reads, "For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry."
What is that talking about? The vision is yet for an appointed time. That's talking about prophecy.
Sir.
Prophecy don't lie. They said it's gonna speak and not lie. It's for an appointed or scheduled time. That's why Romans 13:11 it says, "And that knowing the time." How do we know we're in the time? Because the prophecies are speaking and not lying. We see everything being made clear. Like the scriptures say, it's gonna get more and more clear to that perfect day. And so that's why it's high time to wake out of sleep. You ain't gotta second guess or be in doubt or speculate. Hey, it's plain upon tables. If you don't see what's going on, you're really retarded. You know, and
Oddish.
yeah, it's the equivalent of you being in a coma. You know, somebody that's in a coma, pretty much when somebody, when they a vegetable laying on the table, they don't know what's going on. But that's the equivalent of our people. They vegetables.
Yep, vegetables.
Dead man walking.
The walking dead.
Yup.
Like that show.
Hey, Shalom to the brother Shamgar Yashala. YAHAWASHI, man, what's up, bro? So yeah, the prophecies are speaking. They not lying. So it's a high time wake out of sleep knowing the time. It ain't gonna get no clearer than this.
Right.
The only thing that's gonna get clearer is your judgment because you didn't wake up in time.
Yes, sir.
And then this is to wake out of sleep. It's not just waking up to your identity of who you are. People will say, yeah, I know I'm an Israelite, and they think the battle already won. Right. And the battle just beginning. Right. When you find out you're an Israelite, it ain't over yet.
Knowing is only half.
Yup.
Much more is required of you once you wake up to this knowledge, wisdom,
Oh, yup.
We know that all brothers are not, everybody is not deemed to be, a prophet or to come out to the highways and edges, but just knowing that you're an Israelite is not going to cut it. And when dead,
this bitch ass phone.
Dead.
No, you can hear it locking and unlocking. It's a screen black. Man, I just go when you call them out.
Okay.
I'm out sick. I'm tired of Esau technology, bro.
You think it got too hot or something?
It ain't even.
Oh, it's still, you can hear that clicking.
Yes, that's how I know it ain't dead, man. All right.
But yeah, and also like the brother, like the scripture was going into, like the scripture was saying, the brother was going into. You can see the times we living in. They got the sea hill on TV now. You know what I'm saying? We know that the prophets have been out on the highways and hedges. You know what I'm saying, for over 30-some years, talking about that. That was gonna be happening in these times that we're in. But now that thing is on TV. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They having regular discussions about it. They having discussions about the 15-minute cities. You know what I'm saying? They having discussions about the pestilence. A new pestilence is coming. You know what I'm saying? How you already know a new pestilence is coming? Why? Because you created that. But it don't matter how it go down. This is all YAHAWASHI's moving, man. But this thing is not tearing. Prove to me that this thing is slowing down. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. This thing is gaining more and more momentum. You know what I'm saying? We already at September the 2nd. You know what I'm saying? We already at September the 2nd. Ain't no telling what that was. You heard that?
Yeah, I did.
It sounded like a shotgun or something from a distance, man.
I felt the vibration.
Right. That's beautiful. Whatever that was, man. I hope it ain't nothing that's gonna bring nobody no joy. You know what I'm saying?
I hope it happened 10 more times.
Right. I hope it's non-stop to the body drop. All right.
So yeah, we about to, high time to wake out of sleep. Seeing that prophecy is speaking and not lying. How do you wake out of sleep? What's required once you wake up?
Right. Next precept is coming from the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 14, starting at verse 14, and it reads, "Let go from thee mortal thoughts, cast away the burdens of man, put off now the weak nature, and set aside the thoughts that are most heavy unto thee, and haste thee to flee from these times."
So yeah, that should be your goal once waking up to who you are, once you awake out of sleep. Knowing that you're the people that the Lord gonna do great and terrible things for. So you wanna make haste to flee from these times. Meaning what? Flee from the evils. To receive that greatness that the Lord got stored up for those who escape. Because either you're gonna receive for the greatness or you're gonna receive for the terrible things from the Lord. Hey, and waking up to who you are, hey, cast off those mortal thoughts. Thoughts that are most heavy unto thee. Because all it's gonna do is hold you back. And when you're supposed to be making haste to flee.
Right. Our minds right now, if you got this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, you know exactly what's going on. You fear YAHAWASHI, your mind you should have a kingdom set mind. Your mind should be on the things of the kingdom and not of this world, because what's going on in Babylon the Great right now, it ain't nothing but pure madness, chaos, confusion. You know what I'm saying? Just straight wickedness going on. You know what I'm saying? Like I was like me and the brother was just talking before we preached live. Like I don't have no more ambitions here. You know what I'm saying? No matter what I deal with, I top it off with, hey man, no matter what happens, we got next. You know what I'm saying? Or whether it be you being at your job or your manager may email you and say, hey, I need to have a talk to you before you start work. See, the old me, I used to be all scared, like, what's finna happen? What did I do wrong? Man, no matter what happens, man, or no matter what I'm faced with, man, I give all praise and honor to YAHAWASHI outside. And I acknowledge that we got next.
And why is that? Because bro set aside the mortal thoughts.
Yep.
Hey, his only ambition is to flee from these times. So we ain't worried about what's going on in the world.
Not at all.
That stuff don't bother us no more.
This place is through, bro. You know, my son, he's 16. He understands this truth, you know, because he used to be out there with me with one body, not in YAHAWASHI, you know what I'm saying, for some time. And he understands, but you know, he in school, he in high school, you know what I'm saying? He got peers, they got this, doing that, you know what I'm saying? And we had a talk just yesterday after school, you know what I'm saying? And I was just telling him, like, man, you really got it good. You got it way better than most kids that I know, most kids that you know, you know what I'm saying? So, like, the things that you think that are heavy to you, and I'm not trying to belittle what he got going on, but the things that you got going on or the things that you might see that are heavy to you, next week you won't even be thinking about that. You know what I'm saying? You got to have a kingdom mindset. You know what I'm saying? Like, my mind ain't here no more. You know what I'm saying? My mind is on the kingdom.
Oh, yeah. Hey, my dad used to tell me that, you know, what you think you're going through ain't.
Really ain't.
It really ain't.
Really ain't going through nothing. Lock it.
Oh, it's all good. Okay, bet. Okay, bet. Oh, come on, go ahead.
Still gotta bring it back to life.
Yeah, so waking out of sleep. You know, you got to cast off those thoughts that don't matter. You know, because people wake up to being an Israelite thinking that it's going to be knowing that you was once on top of the world and all people was in subjection to you, you should be offended at being here. And I wake up offended every day. As soon as my alarm clock go off. Why do I have an alarm clock? For Esau. Why do I wake up? For Esau. Hey, when the last time any of us ever woke up happy?
Right.
Hey, we woke up because we wanted to wake up. Nobody ain't waking up because they want to wake up. Hey, but see, that's the great thing. Knowing the times that we're in, the Lord about the great things to pull us up out of this and reestablish order. You know, us having the kingdom.
And the one thing that would, if it is anyone that should be waking up happy, we should be waking up happy because we got a dog in the fight. You know, we still got an opportunity to come out here to these highways and hedges and put this work in for YAHAWASHI so we can receive that penny.
And that's the only thing we rejoice in. We don't wake up happy because of anything externally in the world.
Right.
Hey, it's all. Hey, we happy in the spirit.
Happy in the spirit. Right. Reading on. Next precept is coming from the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 39 and verse 1, and it reads, "But he that giveth his mind to the law of the Most High, and is occupied in the meditation thereof, will seek out the wisdom of all the ancient, and be occupied in prophecy."
Yeah, and that's why the Lord said, cast away mortal thoughts. Lay aside the burdens of men. You know, cast aside the thoughts that are most heavy and to thee, so that you can do what? You can give your mind to the law. And the law will be the word in its entirety, not this. And then, you know, so that what? You can become knowledgeable and make haste to flee from these times. Because there is a way out of all of this. It's written out in great detail in the 1611 King James Bible. And then those going to escape, they're going to be occupied in prophecy. It's kind of like, let's say you lost somewhere and somebody gonna come, you know, bring you directions or bring you instruction on how to get you up out of that situation. you're gonna be looking for that way out. So us being occupied in prophecy, that's us watching for the times. Like, yeah, a time is close. We have to be up out of here. But yeah, so you got to give your mind to the law and seek out the wisdom of the ancient and be occupied in prophecies. You know, because you met the time diligently. Because if you're not occupied in prophecy, you don't know what time you in.
Right. And like the brother was saying, it's like you somewhere lost. Some people might find comfort in a compass or a map.
Yeah,
to be occupied. Yeah, but to be occupied in prophecy, it's just assurance to leading your way back to where you need to be and staying on the right path. You know, so because we're not looking to for man to have something, give us something, or tell us something to bring us comfort in this world or get us up out of this thing. A time is coming. We in a time where the whole world is about to be put in check. And the only way that you're going to make it up out of this thing is through YAHAWASHI. It ain't no gray areas. It ain't going to be no accidents. It ain't going to be no, well, in his exception, the reason why, no, everybody is about to bow down when the king come back. You know what I'm saying? And how much more even before he gets here? Because like the scripture says, roughly paraphrasing, what will it be if the world is already on fire when he get here? And like right now, all these wildfires going on, everything, man, it's a lot of fires going on. I'm about to see you that link. You can see all the fires that's going on throughout the earth.
Oh, bet.
Man.
I seen that like with the map, like in Africa.
Yeah. You can see it in real time.
Yeah.
Man, this place is on fire. And we know that more than likely it could be a wicked doing that. The wicked is setting all this stuff on fire. You know what I'm saying? But like we know they don't matter what they do, no matter how it fall, how the chips fall. This is still a part of YAHAWASHI's movie, man. And it's a beautiful thing to have this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding to understand what's going on, man, and not be getting rocked back to sleep in Babylon the Great, man.
Oh, yep. And you gotta understand prophecy to know what you need to flee from. Yep. You gotta understand prophecy to know how you're gonna make it out of here. Yep. That's why you gotta cast off the mortal thoughts and give your mind to this word. Because people, you know, claim they believe in the Lord, that they already saved, but they don't know what they need to be saved from. They don't know how they're gonna be saved. You can't just know you an Israelite. You got to know those things. How
you saved and you don't know how your movie gonna end?
You don't know how your ride coming.
Yeah.
That's like you waiting at school, but you don't know who picking you up. You don't know what car to look out for.
Yeah, you ain't saying my mama coming or my dad coming. You know what I'm saying? You just waiting on a ride, hoping that somebody come pick you up. That is not a good case to be.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The sun go down, you screwed.
Yeah.
You know, they said you a minor.
Yeah. So that's why high time to wake out of sleep. Not just to who you are, hey, but this whole word. Oh man.
I'm glad he ain't making no noise though.
I'm surprised it ain't,
yeah. For real. Alright. Reading on, next precept is coming from the book of Revelation, chapter 12 and verse 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time.
Yeah, two words that stick out there is rejoice, you heavens, but woe to the inhabitants of the earth. That's the dynamic. Yep. Those who are going to rejoice, they're going to receive great things from the Lord, but woe to them who receive the terrible. That's the 2/3 of our people that hasn't fully awoke out of sleep. Yep. They awoke into their identity, but they ain't gave their mind to this word. Hey, woe to them. They're not going to make it because they don't know what's coming and what they need to be defended from. But it says that the devil, who is Esau, the so-called white man, he's going to come down having great wrath because, he got a short time, which time is very short. These are the last days of Esau's rulership. Now coming down with great wrath, what does that mean? I think the next one is verse 17.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So we're gonna show what it means for the devil to come down with great wrath.
And before we get into that, just piggybacking off what you were saying in verse 12, like the Lord is telling you two things that's gonna happen. He's telling you to rejoice, and He's telling you woe. You know what I'm saying? Which side are you on? Of course, you know you can't make yourself be on either side, but you would hope to be on the side of rejoicing.
What side you trying to be on?
Yeah, what side are you trying to be on? And it's it should be showing right now. You know what I'm saying? Who team you really on?
Yeah.
Who you really down for? You know what I'm saying? Who you gonna lay it on the line for? You know what I'm saying? Do you want to be in the stage of rejoicing, or do you want to be in the stage of woe?
And that woe is mourning,
destruction.
Yep.
You know, and that's the time that we are in. This is what the scriptures have always said the same thing. This ain't something that we can gather together to believe. You know what I'm saying? These are the words of YAHAWASHI. This thing don't change. We change, but this right here don't change. You know what I'm saying? So if we in the time that you should be hearkening diligently, fearing YAHAWASHI, you should be fearing Him more and more every day that I wake up. This is all on my mind. You know, I have times where my daughter be calling my name, and my wife will come in the next room and she be like, Jasper been calling me. She'll say my daughter's name and say, she been calling you. You know what I'm saying? And she right in the same room. Why? My mind is so embedded on the kingdom. My mind is so embedded on the fears of YAHAWASHI. You know what I'm saying? My mind is so embedded on prophecy. You know what I'm saying? Making sure that I'm in the right place so I can hear YAHAWASHI. You know, and the devil is definitely coming down with great wrath, man. The things that we know that he's doing and the things that he's doing behind closed doors as well.
Oh, yeah.
All right, picking back up in Revelation chapter 12 and verse 17, and it reads, and the dragon was wroth with the woman and went to make war with the remnant of her seed.
That woman would be the house of Israel. The remnant of her seed would be the elect who's awoken and giving their mind to this word. That's making haste to flee from these times.
Which keep the commandments of Yahweh thy power and have the testimony of YAHAWASHI Mashiach.
And that's what it means when the devil is coming down with great wrath. He's coming to make war. And how do you make war? It's through the sword. That's Esau's blessing, which the devil gonna come down heavily with his military. That's why the world is on fire. Toxic chemical spills. They polluting the land. They got the FEMA camps ready. They starting to build the 15-minute cities. Well, they're gonna bring these mask mandates back, social distancing.
The guillotines already been ordered.
I heard they got like some like 20,000 guillotines
and over 20 to 50,000 coffins.
Yep.
FEMA coffins.
Oh, and those coffins can hold multiple bodies.
Yep. And them coffins they've been having those coffins stacked up in Georgia for years.
Going back 10, 15 years.
Yep.
So how many more they got now?
Yep.
So yeah, with this they want to isolate the people through social distancing, so people can't really communicate. They're gonna put the curfews back, the lockdowns. People can't help one another. People pretty much be sitting ducks. And then, you know, that's when the blackouts gonna start happening. Food gonna go short. That's the devil coming down with great wrath. He's gonna come full force with his military. You seen the videos with the military equipment being deployed all over America? I thought that's supposed to be going to Ukraine.
Trains with tanks on them, miles and miles long streets, just shoot, shoot, shoot. And I remember one time I was watching the Elder nonstop, and while they was out there prophesying, it happened. A train was passing by with tanks on it and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And guess what? I seen it myself. You know what I'm saying? One time we was going back to Louisiana. We seen a train that'll stand still with nothing but tanks on it. Nothing but like those U.S. military Humvee trucks on them and stuff like that, man. We here. We in them times right now, man. And right now, we ain't gonna do nothing but get closer and closer. So if you believe, that's a beautiful thing. If you don't believe, oh well, that's still a beautiful thing, man. We out here to get the blood off our hands so that we can make our call and election sure, man. Because we don't want no smoke from YAHAWASHI.
Yeah, and the screen is black for some reason. F that. But yeah, like the brother said, Habakkuk 2:3. The vision or the prophecy is for an appointed time. It will speak and not lie. Hey, all prophecy is speaking. Like I told you last week, my girl, we went out to eat last week. She said she's starting to believe me because she was on her way home one day and she saw a train going, full of military vehicles and military equipment.
Right.
She said she's starting to believe. You know, I could tell she was troubled. Like she had been holding it in. I'm like, yeah, why you ain't tell me when it happened?
Right.
It kind of just came out. Hey, but it's speaking. That's why it's a high time to wake out of sleep.
Fear.
That devil is coming down with great wrath to make war.
Yep.
And then we got one more precept to prove it, that's actually through his sword, through his military. Because how do you go to war? It's with your military. And that's what Esau has always relied on, is his sword. When he's upset, he ain't having his way. You know, he got his back against the wall. You know, he uses his sword.
We listen to this precept, the book of Numbers, chapter 20. The next precept is coming from the book of Numbers, chapter 20, starting at verse 17. And it reads, "Let us pass, I pray thee, through thy country."
Real quick, sorry about that. So that's Numbers. So that's when our people was in the wilderness. They needed to pass through the land of Edom.
Yeah.
You know, Israel sent messages out to Edom, like, hey, can we pass through your borders? We won't get any food, any water. We just need to pass through. Just a little backstory, and we're going to see how the children of Edom responded.
All right, the book of Numbers, chapter 20, starting at verse 17. "Let us pass, I pray thee, through thy country. We will not pass through the fields or through the vineyards, neither will we drink of the water of the wells. We will go by the king's highway. We will not turn to the right hand nor to the left until we have passed thy borders." And Edom said unto him, "Thou shalt not pass by me, lest I come out against thee with the sword."
See, and that's how Edom responded. No, you're not gonna pass through here unless we come out against you with the sword. And that's what Esau always relied on. When he lost the birthright and ultimately the blessing, what he say? "The days of my father's death is at hand, then I'll slay my brother Jacob." So back then and now, when Esau upset, ain't having his way, or he just got a grudge against you, he's gonna come out against you with the sword. Yep. And when the days when Esau gonna come out against us with the sword, that's the devil coming down with great wrath, the dragon coming to make war with the people of Israel, and that's gonna be made manifest through the sword, which is their military, and that goes into they weather changing technology, they direct energy weapons, this pandemic, because they can weaponize diseases and illnesses, and even medications. So, hey, the war gonna be on all levels. Hey, the sword ranges from a gun to a tank to a poke to a Fago, hey, to even a 2/3. Nigga, that's a product of Esau.
Music.
Hey, so Esau already really coming down with great wrath, but it's gonna be more personal. He gonna come full force.
Like the scripture says, no, you may not pass unless we come out with the sword, and that's happening right now. You know what I'm saying? Israel was, you know what I'm saying, just saying, "Hey man, can we pass through your land? We ain't gonna take nothing. We ain't gonna drink none of your waters on your land. We just trying to get by." And that's still going on to this day. Jake standing before the judge in court. You know what I'm saying? Jake begging for mercy on a crime that he ain't even did. He hoping that the judge give him mercy. And the judge like, "Hell no, you ain't getting no mercy. You gonna get some time."
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We finna lock you up. You ain't gonna see your kids no more. You know what I'm saying? This devil, that's like the brother said, the sword comes in all kinds of forms. You know what I'm saying? And he gonna wield that sword whichever way that he can, you know what I'm saying, to harm Israel. And right now, another way that they using that sword is through this music. Man, look at this hoish music that they making, man. Sukiana, Sexy Red. Like, when you hear these lyrics, man, like, I heard that the girl Sexy Red said in one of her songs, she said, lost my virginity and turned into a hoe. Like, when I heard that, bro, I almost passed out. Like they weaponizing, and then the sisters, the sisters, especially Eve, that's the new standard, is being a hoe. You know what I'm saying? Like the brother said a couple of weeks back, having a roster. You know what I'm saying? And they continuing to poison Israel like that. Because at one point it was heavy with the gangster music. You know what I'm saying? Tupac. And then it just turned to the thug music. You know what I'm saying? And now look at it now. 2023, they using this music, this hoish music, you know what I'm saying, to keep our people in a dumb state of mind.
And the women are new gangster rappers.
Yep.
And because the men going gay.
Yep.
Now you got gay gangbangers.
Yep.
Gay trappers.
Gay Crips and shit.
Yeah.
You know? And matter of fact, I remember I watched this documentary called Hidden Colors years and years ago. And they said that through the music, they was gonna turn men into homosexuals. They gonna use gangster rap to turn men into homosexuals. And I kid you not, I'm looking at that documentary like, hell no. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm from Louisiana. When we say gangster rappers, we thinking like Soulja Slim. You know what I'm saying?
One of my favorites.
You know what I'm saying? BG. We think about real gangster rappers. Like, ain't no way that that's gonna happen. Look what happened, man. That's all that's out there now. You know what I'm saying?
The scriptures say that they wet their sword like a tongue, or wet their tongue like a sword and shoot.
No, you good. Let's get it.
Okay. Just showing that the brother said even their agenda, their words that they want to accomplish against Israel, their words is a form of a weapon, because they use those things that they think and they speak to target us as a people. Even like in the pandemic. Okay. Yup, Psalm 64 and 3. I'll let you grab it. Yeah, right.
All right, the book of Psalms, chapter 64 and verse 3. Who wet their tongue like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words.
So, bending their bow to shoot those arrows are bitter words. So even what they speak, you know, is weaponized against us. Hey, so like you've been saying, the sword ranges. But the devil gonna come full force because, you know, he done got 2/3 of our people, but everything they tried up to this point is not working against the elect. Because, you know, he got a short time, he's gonna come down with great wrath to make a full-fledged war against Israel through his sword, which is his military. You know, they can't get us with the GMO foods. Hey, we going natural, vegan, we not buying none of the standard American diet stuff no more. Hey, we back exercising, fasting. We ain't listening to the music. We not taking no more of their medications, no more of their hokey pokies. You know, we discontinuing from everything that this devil tried to weaponize against us. So now he like, man, hey, we just gonna have to come with the military. And we laugh at it, hey, because his tank's gonna be like toys to us. You know, Lord, when are we part of that?
He try to put his hands on the Lord's men. That's when that standard gonna be lifted up against him. Shalom, brother.
Shalom.
That's when that standard is gonna be lifted up against him. So whatever he try to do, we welcome it. Like we don't want to prolong this thing no more than it is.
Oh, hey,
you know what I'm saying?
Yahawasha don't want to prolong it neither. Can you read that verse 18 one more time? Numbers, you get up.
Hey, I'll turn to the next one.
Oh, it's all right. 20 and 18.
Come on, come on. The book of Numbers, chapter 20 and verse 18. And it reads, And Edom said unto him, Thou shalt not pass by me, lest I come out against thee with the sword.
That's through the land of Edom. And America is the land of Edom all over again.
Yep.
And it's going to play out through the Spirit again. And it's going to play out through the Spirit again because the elect going to be pilgrims upon the earth. And we know you still going to have checkpoints. I used talking about they going to barricade the highways.
Can't leave.
Have checkpoints, barricades. Going to pretty much have America on lockdown and roped off. And we're just going to be trying to pass through certain areas. And these are going to say, hey, we're going to come out with the sword. You know, they killer robots, killer drones, they military. And so in the spirit, it's going to play through again at Jacob's trouble. Traveling through the land of Edom, in America, just going to be set up like a big booby trap. Booby traps all over the place.
But I wouldn't want to be that person that try to catch one of the Lord's elect up in the snare.
Oh man,
You know what I'm saying? It's gonna come back down on your head severely.
Oh man,
You know what I'm saying? Like, we can't even imagine what YAHAWASHI gonna do. We just know that he gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? And that's good enough for me.
Mm-hmm.
All right, reading on. Next precept is coming from the book of 2 Chronicles, chapter 15 and verse 13. All right, and it reads that whosoever would not seek the Lord Yahweh thy power of Israel should be put to death, whether small or great, whether man or woman.
So the devil gonna come down with great wrath to make war with the people of Israel, and the Lord gonna allow the 2/3 of our people that will not seek him, they're gonna get put to death. Like we got a minute ago, Ecclesiastes 39:1. You know, them who give their mind to the law, be occupied in prophecy. You know, those who will wake up, if fully seek the Lord, you know, they're gonna be preserved. Hey, but the 2/3 of our people, Esau gonna come out against them with the sword, and they gonna succeed. Which that's gonna be judgment upon them for not seeking the Lord.
Lord's whooping stick.
Yeah, hey, that's what the Lord said in Isaiah 55:6. Seek the Lord while he may be found. That's gonna be your help and your escape. And the Lord telling you to seek him it's a commandment. It's not a recommendation or a suggestion. It's seek the Lord or die.
Get down or lay down.
Yup.
And we in that time right now where this is the high time to awake, because you ain't gonna be able to call on the names of the Lord if you're not a part of the elect, calling on the names of Jesus and God in that time. The Lord ain't gonna hear your cries. Matter of fact, he's gonna be laughing at you in that time. When your calamities come up on you, you know what I'm saying? The Lord gonna laugh at you because you didn't make YAHAWASHI your strong tower when you had an opportunity. Again, like me and the brother was talking before we went live, like right now, everybody pretty much can still do whatever they want to. They can eat whatever they want to, go wherever they want to, pretty much do just whatever they want to right now. But you know what we choose to do? We choose to serve YAHAWASHI in this time, because we know that a time is coming where everybody gonna wish they was serving YAHAWASHI when they had an opportunity. You know what I'm saying? Like, act now. Act now. You need to be storing up your treasures in heaven right now, man. You know what I'm saying? Not when the lights go out. Not when you being chased through the woods. Not when you being hunted down by drones and FEMA troops. Or when you got a decision to make. Am I gonna let them insert that inside of me? Am I gonna stand up for YAHAWASHI? Is the fear gonna overtake me and I'm gonna succumb to whatever they want me to do? No, you don't want to be like that. You don't want to have those shoes on, man. Like they say, you can't walk a mile in my shoes. Well, these shoes right here, if you ain't putting on the shoes of righteousness and salvation, guess what? You ain't gonna walk too far, because YAHAWASHI is gonna let that judge meet you.
Hey, that's cool, because I think the book of Psalms say the word is like a lamp to my feet.
Yes, sir.
Hey, so unless your feet got that light, you're not gonna be able to make it through here
Not
on your
gonna be able to
own.
escape this.
Yup.
You know what I'm saying? Like I always say, this ain't you losing your job. You know what I'm saying? This ain't your lights getting cut off. This ain't, you know what I'm saying, you getting a pay cut. You know what I'm saying? This is the king. You know what I'm saying? This is the king. You know what I'm saying? Everybody finna have to get their mind right. You know what I'm saying? I got a 16-year-old son and a 4-year-old daughter. They gonna have to get their mind right in the day of YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI. You know? I just pray YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI keep this spirit of fear on me, to continue to endure, to continue to do what is righteous in his eyes.
Yup.
All right, reading on, next precept is coming from the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 16, starting at verse 18. I'll start at 17.
Bet.
And it reads, woe is me, who will deliver me in those days? The beginning of sorrows and great mourning, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the powers shall stand in fear, the beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come?
Hey, that's why Ezra said, woe is me. Who gonna deliver me in those days?
Right.
And that's when you wake up to who you are, give your mind to the law, and understand prophecy, you realize that we in the days, according to prophecy, that we gonna need a deliverer. Because we in captivity, and the Lord gonna destroy this place. So upon waking up to who you are, your next question should be, who will deliver me in those days? I was watching the elder Sagala, he was dealing with a brother, and Sagala was going into the curses, and the brother that he was edifying asked the right question.
Oh yeah?
He said, what's the end of all of this?
Oh,
Hey,
yeah.
Shalom.
Shalom.
I think that's Jay. Hey, you know we Israelites.
We Israelites.
Hey, you know America gonna be destroyed.
The Israelites here now, sister, you're an Israelite. That's why we got to come back to the true names of YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI. The name God and Jesus can't save you. Pull around.
Yeah, pull up. Hey man, they need to pass a law to ban that mess.
Right.
Damn.
Oh, you know they are, because they in the future, but not like it's gonna play itself out. But you know, when they thinking that once they get all the cities to be 15-minute cities, you're only gonna be able to have electric cars and stuff.
That's right.
You know, electric don't make no noise.
That's right.
The sister at the light was saying, God, she had said, for y'all that came to hear, she had said God is good. And the brother said, you know, we Israelites. She said, I heard that the Israelites was coming to take over the world. You know, so man, you know, this thing is definitely not tarrying. You know what I'm saying? It's more than just knowing, you gotta be living this.
Oh, that's what I was saying. So I was going to the curses, and the brother said, what's the end of all of this? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's it. Once you realize, you know, according to prophecy, we're on the curses, we see it playing out. That should be your next question. Well, how do I get out of this?
How do I get up out of
That's making haste to flee from this situation. And you realize that you can't flee on your own, you need a deliverer. That's why Ezra said, who will deliver me?
Yep.
You know, from the curses, from these times.
Yep. And we know that Esdras was a man, he was after the Lord's heart. But that vision that he saw, even he got scared.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like, even he was like, what the hell? You know what I'm saying? No telling what he saw. Mm-hmm. You know, to a specific point. You know, you know, we can go out the scriptures about the things that he probably saw, but the vision to actually see it, to be standing in the paint of the things that was gonna be taking place, man. That's why, you know what I'm saying, you better come back to YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI while you got a chance, because the things that the scripture is speaking about, the things that we are out here on these highways and hedges prophesying about, when it start happening, it ain't gonna stop. And it's gonna be a very, very, very fearful, trying time that's gonna be going on. It ain't gonna be like, well, Monday it was bad and Tuesday wasn't that bad.
Yeah.
It's gonna be constant rain pouring down, and we ain't talking about no drip drops. You know what I'm saying? This is gonna be constant judgment being poured out. The Lord gonna let all his judgment rain down here on this earth, man. More throughout Babylon the Great, but all throughout the four corners of the earth, man. And when them times come, man, it's not gonna be a time for asking questions. You ain't got the answers. That's just you.
Hey, yup, and prophecy is a process.
Yep.
You know, it's the visions for a point in time. It is speaking, not lie. Right now, prophecy is speaking. And also, similar with Matthew 24, we in the beginning of sorrows, the beginning of great mourning, the beginning of the famine, the beginning of great death. So, that's why it's a high time to awake out of sleep, and because everything is clear. You ain't got to guess or speculate. What the word said will happen, it's happening right now.
Yep.
So that's why it's a high time to wake out of sleep. It ain't going to get no clearer than now, except for when your judgment comes.
Right.
That's why the scriptures say it'll be declared by fire. And then, things are already happening. It may not have made its way to you yet. But also, like the scriptures say, actually, we're going to get it in a minute, in the future precept. Hey, but the scriptures say that the evils will grow. The evils are growing right now. Evil might not have made its way to you, hey, but the evils are growing. Hey, that everybody gonna be involved.
Right. And like you had said, that out there where you live at, what I'm saying, you don't see nobody, no Israelites, you know what I'm saying, on the highways and hedges. But that don't mean that those people are saved, or that don't mean that they gonna be okay. It just ain't made it to their wave yet. That wave ain't caught up with them yet.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? But you saw the difference when we was downtown Dallas. You seen more Israelites, not just Israelites. You saw more camps
and more homeless Edomites.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yep. You know what I'm saying? So this thing is not tarrying, and we not talking about it reaching from this point of the globe to this point of the globe. We talking about from one city all the way to another city. This thing is really, really not tarrying, man.
Scripture said that too, in every city and in the next place.
Yep.
Like 2nd Ezra about 17. Prophecy gonna hit everything. Like the brother said, raindrops, like in the time of Noah and the flood. Well, judgments and prophecy, it's gonna hit everything. It ain't gonna miss nothing.
Right.
Ain't nobody will be left excluded.
All right. Next precept is coming from the book of Ezekiel, chapter 21, starting at verse 8, and it reads, "Again, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, prophesy and say, Thus says the Lord, say, a sword is sharpened and also furbished. It is sharpened to make a sore slaughter. It is furbished that it may glitter. Should we then make mirth? It cometh, it contemneth the rod of my son as every tree."
Yeah, that's cool. Let's get 11 too.
All right. "And he that giveth it to be furbished, that it may be handled. This sword is sharpened, and it is furbished to give it unto the hand of the slayer."
Yeah, so a sword is sharpened, Right. Who was that sword? What did we just read a minute ago in the book of Numbers? That Esau said, "You will not pass by unless I come out against you with the sword." Right. So that's Esau sharpening his military, polishing up his technology for this sword slaughter that's about to happen. That's going to put to death our people, small and great, young and old, who refuse to seek YAHAWASHI. Those who going to wake up too late. Even though prophecy is speaking and not lying, they refuse to give their mind to the law. It gets no clearer than this. The only thing that gets clearer than this is when judgment is knocking on your door.
Sir, that ain't a knock that you want, man.
And we see it was just an old Edomite that shot up a church or a Dollar General or something.
Yep. Last week.
Yeah. Last week. And then you see the direct energy weapons burning down Hawaii. You seen the lesson with Edomites going on bloats, flame throwing, burning up everything.
Burning up the woods, starting fires.
Yeah.
In the Everglades.
Yup. And you seen the heavy deployment of military activity in America a couple months ago.
Yep.
Hey, so the sword is being polished and furbished right now.
And also it's an influx of foreign migrants coming over here.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
That's part of that sword.
Military age, it ain't no women.
I
know what I'm
noticed,
saying?
yeah.
No children. It's military age men coming from those parts of Africa who are still in bed with the United States, with Babylon. You got people coming from China. You know what I'm saying? It's not a boatload of Issachar brothers. You know what I'm saying? It's heathens. You know what I'm saying? Pouring in. A whole bunch of heathens pouring in. And guess what they giving them? They treat them like they immigrants, but they making sure they get them a cell phone. They giving cell phones. So they have a cell phone and a charger. So when it's time, everybody get that message. Cause check this out. Remember that article that we read? It said in October that let me get that article. Let me grab that article.
I think I know where you about to go. That's cold. And also too, those people, a lot of them people that we see homeless, or those foreigners, they're not really homeless. They getting fed too. They don't look sick and hungry, like they suffering. And that's all a prop.
It reads, just from the end time headline, it says, heads up, massive emergency alert test will sound alarm on U.S. cell phones, TVs, radios this October. So they've been warning us, letting us know that they're going to be doing a test. It's just a test that's going to go across all devices. But guess what? It can also be a signal. Everybody get into place.
That's cold. That's cold.
Fix this.
Oh yeah, go ahead. So like the brother said, you got all these immigrants coming here from these foreign countries. When that emergency test signal whatever go out on the 4th, they gonna get the same alert. And that's the sword being sharpened and furbished. And because a sword is useless unless it's somebody to wield it. So all these people that's coming over here, they're gonna wield that sword. And that's gonna be the devil coming down with great wrath to make war through his military with the people of Israel. And like when you read the book of Maccabees, the Greeks, they always recruited other nations of people to be part of their military. Same thing that the U.S. military do now. They recruit all nations of people to fight their battles.
Yep. And like the brother was saying, a sword is never sharp to be put on the wall as a symbol of peace or just something to look at. You sharpen the sword to devour. You know what I'm saying? To kill, to slaughter.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you want to get it as sharpened as you can to bring on more and more affliction. Ain't nobody ever sit back and say, well, my sword is dull, but I'm going to war tomorrow. No, they sharpen them swords so they can bring on the affliction. And that's what YAHAWASHI is doing. You know what I'm saying? The sword is being sharpened all throughout Babylon the Great and all throughout the four corners of the earth. Because at one point, remember, a majority of these countries, they didn't even have nuclear weapons. You know what I'm saying? But now everybody either got them or everybody else is on their way to getting them.
And Russia handed them out.
Oh yeah.
Like candy.
Right. Russia handing out weapons and aid.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And all these other countries they leaning. Look, you see this week Russia and Jim one from North Korea.
Oh, Jim Hong-un, something like that.
They in talks. They met up with each other.
I
you know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. All these, but that's prophecy though. That ain't nothing that's like new. That I mean, of course, we have to wait till it come to pass, but we know that all these countries are gonna turn against this whore, man. And I love to see it. I love to see it. I just send it on to my kinfolks who doubt it. I just send it straight to them, and I don't never say nothing. I just send it to them like, feast your eyes on this.
Yep. Oh yeah, and it's a future precept we're gonna get in a minute. But the immigrants coming over here, Russia, and talks with these other countries, the sword being polished. Biggest second is to say the evil shall grow. So the evils are growing right now. That's why, like Proverbs, I think the 8th chapter, it says seek the Lord early. You can't seek, you gotta seek him while the evils are growing. And it's easier to seek him now. That we got this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. We go through the whole book. We can pull up history, current events, and future events that match up perfectly with prophecy. So this is a high time to wake out of sleep. It's like, let me see. It's like we got the answer key to the test. We got all the answers to everything. And that's the best way to study. You can study with a study guide. The study guide got questions. How much sweeter is it to study when you got the study guide and the answers to the questions?
Right. And to just back up what the brother was saying, that what he was saying was that I had to take a test in the industry that I'm in. You remember what I told you?
And you brought that out one lesson too.
Oh yeah. Even the B want to get this word, man.
Oh yeah.
I know you tired of Esau, man, but you gotta calm down. Calm down.
Oh yeah. Hey, we're gonna make Esau servants to the bees.
Right.
They go plant some flowers.
Right.
They can pollinate and reproduce.
And y'all wait and get the honey and bring it back.
Yep. The bees looking angry, stand there and get stung.
Right.
All right.
Get in there until I say come out. They gonna be up in the beehive. I mean, where we keep the bees and stuff, working. Instead of us hitting them upside their head across their back, bees just gonna be doing all our dirty work.
Yeah, we're gonna let the animals get they look back at Esau.
Okay, but yeah, like I was saying, it's just a little bee wandering around. But like the brother was saying, having the answers to the test in the industry that I'm in, you know what I'm saying, you had to have a certain certification, you know what I'm saying, to work at this company that I work for. And I studied my butt off. I studied my tail off so I can make sure that I get the passing grade so I can keep this employment. Well, after all the studying that I did, guess what? I was given, you know what I'm saying, all the answers as well. You know what I'm saying? Not nobody slid me a piece of paper. Somebody stood over me. Matter of fact, it was an Edomite stood over me and just gave me answer after answer after answer after answer. And it was 150 questions on the test. And she got all the way to the end and patted me on my back and said, you're gonna have a good career here at blah, blah, blah. I don't want to say the name of my company or nothing like that. But she said, you are gonna have a great career here at blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? This is the same thing that's going on. But this test right here, you don't want to fail this test. This is not the test that you want to fail. You can fail every test all throughout life. But this test right here, you want to pass it. Guess what? How can you fail a test if your power, if YAHAWASHI has given you the answers, telling you this is what's gonna be on the test? You know what I'm saying? This is the answer key right here to pass this test. So it ain't gonna be no pity on you when you don't pass. Why? Because you had all the opportunities to pass it. All you have to do is crack open this book. Like I said, you want to hide something from a nigga, put it in the book. You know what I'm saying? You notice the weather real good right now.
Oh man,
it ain't got no shade or nothing, but it's still good. Yeah. Now we're gonna be able to start standing back right there.
Oh yeah. I miss it right there too.
Me too, man.
Hey, yeah, and we here to get the answers. That's why it's high time to wake out of sleep.
That time is coming where our mouths gonna be shut. We ain't gonna be giving out no tests. We gonna be done.
Oh yeah.
You know?
Hey, that's the spirit too. The guy that everybody picked on in the class wanted to be his friend come exam day or test day, but he didn't want to share the answers. Hey, we that guy.
Yeah, we that guy. We those guys.
Everybody want to pick at and make fun of. Well, we got you on test day.
All right, next precept is coming from the book of Isaiah chapter 59 and verse 19. And it reads, so shall they fear the name of the Lord from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the Spirit of the Lord shall lift up a standard against him.
So that's why the sword is being polished and furbished. That's why the sword is being given into the hand of the slave. So that what? The enemy can come in like a flood. That's what the devil coming down with great wrath to make war through his military. That's Esau coming out against us with the sword. And it's another instance, I believe in the book of Genesis, when Jacob was coming back. What was his wife's name? It was like Leah and Rachel. I think it's two wives. He had to, I think, pretty much pass through the land of Edom. He sent out messengers to his brother. Edom came out to meet him, but Edom came out with like 400 Edomites. And remember that Jacob was in fear. So that's the enemy coming in like a flood. That's how Esau always do when it comes to his brother Jacob. You know, he can't come solo. He gonna come. He came out with 400 against Jacob and his company. So the same thing, even today, he gonna come out with many against his brother Jacob once again. But you know, Jacob ultimately Esau ultimately came out in peace against Jacob when he came out with his 400 plus men. He not coming out in peace this time. He coming out with that sword.
He gonna show his horns.
And then when you think about a flood comes in waves. And that's how Esau do with his military invasions. He come in phases or waves. The first wave is probably gonna be killer drones. That's gonna lay out some people. Then he gonna come with his mechanical dogs with the weapons mounted on the top of them. That's another wave. And then he might send out his killer robots. That's another wave. Finally, Esau gonna come through, and that's the flood. You see, a flood is tsunami after tsunami, wave after wave. Same as Esau and his weaponry.
Just like Noah, when the flood came, it overtook the people. It
Yep.
overtook all the people who weren't hearkening to YAHAWASHI. And this time around, the flood is coming, but that flood is gonna be Esau.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
His weapon, his technology.
Yep.
And and that's why all these immigrants are here to be given that sword.
Yep.
That Esau done polished up for him. Esau got night vision equipment. He got smart bullets that go around corners.
Yep. They got guns that they can shoot at you from a distance and give you a heart attack.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I heard about that.
And on an even just more simpler level, they finna start letting immigrants be police.
Oh yeah, under the
You know what I'm saying?
we had talked about that one time under like the DACA program or something.
Yep. And the only decision that they haven't came to yet is they gonna let those people carry guns when they not working.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When they not working, can they still carry guns? That's the only thing, the dilemma that they haven't reached yet.
And for Esau to even mention that tells you that they want to do it.
Yep.
Because when Esau want to do something, he got to make it a debate.
Yep. And then remember a couple of months back they were saying that the IRS agents are gonna be carrying weapons, and they have the requirements of the job is to have to be equipped to shoot to kill.
Oh yeah, you gotta be willing.
You have to be willing to shoot to kill. So guess what? Why would the IRS, you know what I'm saying, the persons who come after you for taxes all of a sudden have to carry a weapon? That's because they're gonna be mobile, knocking at these doors and stuff.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? This play, man, how about Shimmy Awashai saving the best for last, man? It's gonna be so much going on in these times, man. Your head gonna spin. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, remember me and my cousin was sexting? Our women gonna be like, why didn't you tell me it's gonna be this bad?
Yeah.
Like,
I've been trying to tell your ass this the whole time. My whole existence of knowing you has been trying to tell you, man.
Man, my girl say that. I'm like, you can't talk to me for a week.
Right. Yeah. My
back of the line.
I told my wife that it was gonna be a real bad hurricane that's happened in Florida. We was driving one day before it all went down. So she looked it up online and said, oh, it's a category 2. It's just gonna be rain. Then the next morning she looked up and seen motherfuckers dying, floods. And she was just like, I ain't know it's gonna be like that. I just ain't even say nothing to her, man. Like, go in there and make some bridges.
Yeah.
You know. But, hey, man, but you know how I go, man, you know. Hey, thank y'all about sending me out shot. He put us on these highways and hedges and not them.
Hey, that's how Romans 13:11 say, and knowing the time. So high time to wake out of sleep. Because part of being awakened is not knowing who you are. Understanding prophecy, you got to know what time you in. Like somebody that's first waking up out of a coma, and they know they there, they know who they are. They can't tell you what time of day we is. Ecclesiastes chapter 3, a time to kill, a time to mourn, a time to break down, a time to pluck up, a time to make war. Those are the times that we in. Anything that represents death and destruction, that's the time we in. So the Lord about to supersize everything. Thought it was a hurricane that can be a regular hurricane. You know, you might see an earthquake and think, oh, it's just gonna be a 2 point whatever. The Lord gonna supersize that.
Oh man, he gonna quadruple size that thing.
Great death and great mournings. Everything gonna be on a greater level. The Lord upping up everything.
Still ain't came on here.
Cause see, it didn't look like what yours is doing, like when the screen would just be dark. Like I don't see that thug coming on at all. Well, I'll look at it after.
Okay, fine. Picking back up, next precept is coming from the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 16, and starting at verse 70. And it reads, for there shall be in every place and in the next city.
In every place. Oh, so my bad.
No, you good. For there shall be in every place, for there shall be in every place and in the next city a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. They shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. For they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses. Then shall they be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as gold in the fire.
So that's Esau coming in like a flood, devil coming down with great wrath to make war through his sword. That's going to be in every place in every city in America. And then it says, they shall be like madmen sparing none. Who that madman going to be? Esau and all these other people that's going to take part in this military invasion of America. Hey, but that don't just include Esau, that include his technology. Even his technology gonna be like madmen sparing none. His killer drones. And then you brought an article a while back. They had a killer drone. I think they tried to make it abort mission. And then the killer drone like killed the Edomites.
Yeah, so they were doing a test. They was trying to the drones were AI.
Yeah.
And the drones knew if they do this, they score points. So what happened was one of the Edomites tried to interfere to stop the drone from getting points, and the drone turned and killed him.
And see, so they should be like madmen sparing none. That's not just limited to Esau. You know, everything they got artificial intelligence that can think and move and shoot on its own. That stuff ain't gonna be sparing none either.
Right.
It's gonna be turning Esau too. Right. Esau be trying to put in the code, abort mission. It's gonna kill all the 2/3 in the other nations. It's gonna turn on him too.
Gonna change the passcode so they can't shut it down.
Oh, yup.
Kind of like I Am Legend.
Yup.
You know what I'm saying? Look at Jake walk around. Big speaker, man. bro, we got to get up out of here, man.
Oh, yeah.
Radio Raheem.
Yeah. And in that time, when Esau and his sword, his artificial intelligence, gonna be like madman sparing none, that's gonna start to be, well, it's already being known clear who the Lord is dealing with, but it's gonna be become more clear as prophecy unfolds, who the Lord is dealing with. Because they're gonna make it through the fire. And that's why you want to be part. Because again, well, what great of a people are we? You know, the Lord did great and terrible things for us in the sight of the nations. We want to make sure you're on that side to receive the great things from the Lord and not the terrible. And that's done by seeking Him early, giving your mind to the law.
That's the time we in right now. This is early. This is the early time right now. Even though we know we one more day closer, but every day that the prophets are out here on the highways and hedges, man, it's beautiful out here, ain't it?
Oh, man.
It just got beautiful. The weather done got okay. You know what I'm saying? It ain't piping hot no more. You know what I'm saying? So like you said, yeah, man, this is the high time that we in right now. Although we know that we one more day closer, as long as YAHAWASHI still got the prophets out on these highways and hedges, bidding you back to the marriage, giving you warning, you know what I'm saying, telling you to repent, you got a chance. This is the early right now, man. You want to take heed to it right now while you got a chance. But only the elect. We talking to the elect. We are out here to seal the elect. Of course, we out here to tell the nations, you know what I'm saying, what's coming down the pipeline for them as well. But we out here to seal the elect, man, so we can get the hell up out of here, man. And whenever I say get up out of here, man, I gotta write hell. Put the hell in front of it. Get the hell up out of here, man.
And see, and that's I'm gonna do a lesson later. Because there's some things I've been hearing, you know. I was watching the brother Sagalad, and a lady was talking about she see camps, but she can't get over the cussing. But see, cuss words, we ain't saying nothing that the Lord ain't already said.
Right.
You know, we bring the scriptures to life. The scriptures are just words that come to pass, but this word needs to be narrated. And cuss words, us yelling, us putting passion and emotion, it added a sense of urgency and seriousness to the word that's needed. Right. So however the word come out, in truth and sincerity, and whatever words come out with it, it's all through the spirit.
Right.
It's needed.
And they spoiled because of that pork chop pastor was giving them smooth words.
Yeah.
But how can you give smooth words when you talk about death, famine, and destruction?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 68. You know what I'm saying? How can you be like, ooh, and they stacked them up on them ships? And everybody was having a good time knowing that they finna go into captivity. Yeah. It don't work like that, man. That ain't how it works, man. It's like they wanna hit the gas. You know what, them two dudes, that dude on that motor, they just went their way just to come back out. Hey, man,
hey, not even Jay, you other nations of people, y'all ain't got nothing to do. What is y'all doing today?
Hey, I seen it was a Edomite today when I was leaving the house. I live outside of, when I come up out of my spot, it's a busy intersection. And it's an Edomite, I'm not lying, bro. This bro was going like 2 miles per hour, pedaling on a bike on a busy street, making all these traffic cars going around him. And he was riding with his head down like la-di-da-di-da-da. Yeah, man, enjoy your kingdom.
See, that's pride.
That's that pride.
That in your area, it's been an increase of Edomites get on bikes.
Hit on bikes.
And he needs to get hit.
For real. That's exactly what crossed through my head.
That's annoying, bro.
I say that's that pride, man. They love getting up under your skin. You know, even at my son's school, he said Jakes that don't know each other, when Edomites and them other nations be doing all that weird stuff, Jakes all had his come look at each other like, man, what the hell? You know? That's crazy, man. All right. What was it on that?
I don't even remember what it's at.
We was
I'll let you take it off, bro.
Okay. Next precept is coming from the book of Jeremiah, chapter 15, starting at verse 3. And it reads, "And I will appoint over them 4 kinds, said the Lord, the sword to slay, and the dogs to tear, and the fowls of the heaven, and the beasts of the earth to devour and destroy."
All right, so the Lord said He's gonna send a sword. That sword represents Esau and everything that he building up right now. Hey, but see, Esau gonna get down, but he really get down for YAHAWASHI YAHAWASHI. Where we grabbed in the book of 2 Chronicles to put to death small and great, old and young, who refuse to seek the Lord. You know, that's what a sword coming at in the grand scheme of things. But even beyond Esau, the Lord got the beasts of the earth, the dogs to tear, and newly created creatures to get down. And that would be the sword of the Lord. Just like Esau's sword ranges, the sword of YAHAWASHI YAHAWASHI ranges as well. Esau just a small portion of that sword. And the Lord's sword, you know, tears the 2/3 of our people. Hey, but Esau too. Once Esau tear up Jacob, the Lord gonna tear up Esau.
And even before that, I seen a video one of the brothers had shared in the group chat on how this Edomite was saying that if you're a white person and you in these cities, you better consider getting up out of there. Cause these he said the blacks are gonna eat you alive.
Yep.
He said right now, everybody wanna be white. He said, but the time that's coming, after a few weeks in hell, all these white people gonna wish that they was black, so-called black. But you know, yeah, man, Jacob gonna be a terror to Egypt.
Hey, yeah, and that's gonna be another thing to make the devil come down with great wrath. Because you know, Esau gonna be out here getting towed up. They're gonna have to come down with their military. For the 2/3 on the left-hand side, but also against the 1/3 too, who gonna walk through all of this like it's a breezy day.
Yep. What people who are great, who like we started off.
Yep.
Say, what people?
Oh, and then like you say, Edomites gonna wish they were so-called black.
Yep.
You know, what people are like they. You know, they gonna want to be like us.
Yep.
And the 2/3 of our people, you don't even want to be yourself.
Oh yeah.
You want to be a nigga and what Esau told you to be.
You want to be an Edomite.
Yeah.
All right. And I had a homeboy, you know what I'm saying, because like the job industry that I'm in, you know what I'm saying, I gotta talk a certain kind of way. And he was like, you be trying to sound white. I be like, hey brother, that ain't kind of trying to sound white. It's called trying to sound right. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to sound like no certain race of people. I just want to use correct terminology, you know what I'm saying, when I do my job.
Make it marketable, profitable.
Yeah.
You know, yeah.
Yeah. You know, I ain't trying to be like nobody, you know what I'm saying? But I will use wisdom. I ain't taking no call saying, what's up, dog? You know what I'm saying? That'll be my last call that I take.
Yeah. God damn, bro.
Them damn Edomites, ain't it, boy? That boy, they gonna try to slither in some kind of way.
Damn, bro.
But Lord, I blew the horn at them when I saw them on the corners.
Yeah, that's no different than talking about he went to Mexico and married a Mexican.
Right,
bro.
Right. Them Edomites, boy, they have an awkward sense of just trying to be down, man. They have an awkward sense. You seen them right by?
Yeah, and I've been seeing that a lot more today.
Yeah.
That's why I need that missile. I gotta get that stand up thing for the missile sign.
I can't wait to get to a point where like an Edomite see us and burn rubber and go the other way.
Oh yeah.
You know? I can't wait to get a chain shaking in them caves. Hey, and they hear us coming and stuff.
That's gonna be a cold scene down there because I think the movie called The Divide. They was in an underground bunker. They got fighting over the food and raping the women, killing each other. See, before we come down off them chariots, after the smoke clear, Esau gonna be down there going through. Oh, bet Hayes, yeah. Yeah, they could be going down there going through it before we come.
And I remember one of the brothers, I can't think of his name. He said that all you people, all you elites, Edomites, this in them bunkers. He said the true men, the 144, we gonna come down there and we gonna shake them door hinges off them doors. We gonna shake them. We gonna shake them like a salt shaker. You know what I'm saying? That was real funny to me. But yeah, man, we gonna, you know what I'm saying? The 144, man, we gonna snatch them. You know what I'm saying? 30-inch. I don't know what the doors is, how to pick the doors off. Man, we're gonna be snatching them doors off like opening up a bag of chips, man. Lord willing to be a part of that number, man. I wanna be a part of the 144. I don't wanna settle to just make it. You know what I'm saying? I want to be one of those ones that YAHAWASHI deemed to be a part of that beautiful 144 elect number, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I want to be a part of, man. You know, when I first came into the truth, I had no way of thinking that I could be even qualified because I didn't go out to the highways and hedges. I was so scared. I was just like, man, I just want to make it. I just want to make it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? My mind is on the kingdom and making it up out of here. But I hopefully the works that I produce, you know what I'm saying, are deemed worthy of me being a part of that 144,000 in the sight of Yahweh, in the sight of YAHAWASHI. Right?
That's the kingdom-minded mentality.
Yes, sir.
You know, that's pretty important. We're not settling no more. We don't want to be even with Esau. We don't want to we don't want to be even. We want vengeance.
Right. I want the cream of the crop from YAHAWASHI.
And we don't want Esau's spot. We want to be higher than what he had now.
Right. I want my foot on his neck.
Yep. Yeah, we want it all.
All right. Starting back up, coming from the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter.
We had just hit
Jeremiah.
We had just hit that.
Okay. All right, I got it. The book of Ecclesiastes. The water, bro.
Got it.
The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 39, starting at verse 29. And it reads, fire and hail and famine and death, all these were created for vengeance. Teeth of wild beasts and scorpions, serpents, and the sword, punishing the wicked to destruction.
Hey, and that's all part of the sword of YAHAWASHI.
Yes, sir.
You know, because the judgment gonna pass from Jacob over to Edom. And you know, it's just gonna get worse and worse all the way up to the nuclear destruction. And that's the time we in. The time of making war, killing. The Heavenly Father about to make war with the inhabitants of the earth. And we, being the people, realizing who we are and our inheritance is to ultimately escape this place. You should be seeking out your inheritance. You know, anybody who ever lost somebody, they find out they had some money stored up. You sought that out.
You want what's yours.
Yeah, you want what's yours. And best way to put it. And especially when you find out it's not for everybody else.
And when you find out it's a great inheritance, not just some gold chain that been in the family for a whole bunch of years.
Yeah.
When you find out it's a great inheritance, like, you know what I'm saying? You own companies, you own land, you know what I'm saying? You own residual income, you own assets and things like that. You know, how much more to know that, you know what I'm saying, the creator of the heavens and earth, you know what I'm saying, left an inheritance to you. You should be trying to see about that. Like, hey, man, I'm here to claim what's mine. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, not everybody, but, you know what I'm saying, Israel has an opportunity to make yourself a part of that, to make your call and election sure. You know what I'm saying? I don't want no inheritance here. You know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing here that I seen that I want to be a part of. You know what I'm saying? My mind is out of this place. You know what I'm saying? I ain't in no room. I'm in the hallway waiting for the next door to open up. You know what I'm saying? And I'm hoping that YAHAWASHI open up that next door for us, man, so we can get up out of this place, man. I'm ready to inherit the things that I can't understand in this body.
Yeah. Desire to be part of greatness for once.
Yeah.
You ain't never been part of nothing great. The things that you thought was great about to fail you.
And the things that you call great here, the wicked has put a stipulation on top of it.
Yup.
They put a ceiling on top of it.
Yup.
You know what I'm saying? You can only do this if you do that. Or you can't go no further than that. You know?
Look at Bill Cosby, R. Kelly, Michael Jackson.
Yep.
That's an example. You can only go so far.
The new guy, Tory Lanez.
Oh, yup, him
You know
too.
what I'm saying? All them years he got.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Whether he did it or not, look at him. He was on high. You know what I'm saying? Writing, making songs, producing platinum songs for big artists even bigger than him. Now look at you. Now you on an even playing field with the Lions, Tigers, and Bears. You know what I'm saying? And we don't want no part of that, man. That's why, like, I write music, I sing. You know what I'm saying? But I was just talking to my son yesterday, and I just told him, I said, never will I do anything with my craft of music that would land me on the front of a TV screen. I don't want no part of it. You know what I'm saying? I don't want nothing to do with this world, man. Nothing. I don't want nothing to do with this world. I know we still subject to payments. I want to go to work, do what I got to do, pay my bills, take care of my family. I want to serve YAHAWASHI first, then all that other stuff, you know what I'm saying, that falls into place. But other than that, man, I don't want nothing else here, man. Nothing. Sometimes I even get to go to the grocery store, man, because I just don't want nothing here no more, man.
Yeah. That's why the only thing that keep me going, aside from doing the work and studying, the only enjoyment I can get out of the world, I buy me a new crystal, I go get some food from somewhere.
Some good food.
Trying some new foods, yeah, that's about it. This place is stale.
Yeah, I understand that.
It's stale. Look at it. Hey, those who saw the thumbnail, it's traffic, cars, it's smoggy, it's straight concrete, the ground is hard, hurt.
My ankles hurt, my knees swole.
You can probably guess how it smelled out here with all the traffic,
Right.
the noise pollution, people in these extra loud vehicles. This place stale, like a dried up cracker.
Picking up, next precept is coming from the book of Proverbs, chapter 16 and verse 6. By mercy and faith, iniquity purge, and by the fear of the Lord, men depart from evil.
Yeah, so the fear of the Lord is ultimately what make you depart from evil.
Sir.
You know, that's part of waking up too. People wake up to that they Israelites, but they don't fear the Lord. Once you gotta fear the Lord, that make you want to make haste to flee from these times. That's what make you give your mind to the law.
Yep.
Hey, and that's just like when you got a test, it's the fear of failing the test that make you study. Well, you don't really hear people say, let me study people say, let me study so I don't fail. They don't necessarily say, let me study so I can get 100%. They just don't want to fail.
Yep.
And that's through fear.
Well, having this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, you don't second guess the Lord, but you second guess your actions. You know what I'm saying? Well, let me make sure. Well, you know what? No, I ain't gonna do that because I know how this can turn into this. No, man, I can't do that no more. I just can't do it. I might be around them people and they do it, but I know better. You know what I'm saying? Because like when you come into this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, you know what I'm saying? Like the scripture says, it'd be better that you had not even known this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Known this truth. So like, yeah, having this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, it makes you fear Yahawashim Yahawashi and turn from evil. So like now it was things that I was doing 5, 6, 7 years ago that I thought was okay. But now I got this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. And I think Yahawashim Yahawashi so much that I would never do that again. I would never make those choices. I would never say those things. I would never, you know what I'm saying, give in to those things right there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm done with this world. Done. Like the brother, like you had said, I ain't on nobody's side. I'm on Yahawashim Yahawashi side. I ain't even on my side. No.
Oh, yeah.
You know, that's the times we in, man. It's a very crucial time. All right, picking back up, the book of Proverbs, chapter 16 and verse 17. Yeah. Book of Proverbs, chapter 16 and verse 17. Highway, the upright, is to part from evil. He that keepeth his way preserveth his soul.
And what way do you gotta keep to preserve your soul? It's walking in the way of the Lord as outlined in this book. Depart, because to depart from evil, that means you're gonna take a new path. You know, evil, that's a way of living. It's like a path. When you live an evil way, that path is gonna lead you to destruction. But when you depart from that path that leads to destruction, and you keep this way here, and that's gonna lead to your soul being preserved. You're gonna be rewarded with your life and much more. And that's really what we attempt to do. And that's why we out here. This part of that path, you know, that's gonna lead to our life being preserved. Everybody's path is different. And some people, they just gotta hear and believe, which is why it's a high time to wake up. The elders, they did the hard labor. Us, you know, 11th, 10th, 11th, our workers, we carrying, continuing the labor. Hey, just some people, they just got to be true believers in this last hour.
So we can all receive that same penny.
Yeah, you ain't even gotta really endure for long.
Right.
You could believe now, and that's crazy. You believing for a few months, you preserve your life only because you believe for a few months. Simple as that.
Simple as that. All you gotta do, you know what I'm saying? You could just believe, just truly believe in true faith and sincerity. You know what I'm saying? That thing right there will get you to save your soul. You know what I'm saying? Hit you a ride on them chariots. You just start hearing about the chariot. You just start believing in the chariot. Might be even blessed enough to see one.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that be the same ride that come pick you up one day.
And there's gonna be probably some people who probably don't believe, start coming in and after the lights go out. And they gonna be in for the ride of their life. Hey, the great and the terrible. They turned to a believer about 50 days ago. Now they on the chariot.
Hey.
They fully persuaded.
Persuaded in their mind. Lord willing, you know what I'm saying? Although we already believe and we seeking Yahawashim Yahawashi, I pray that, you know what I'm saying, we remain in this truth. You know what I'm saying? We remain faithful to Yahawashim Yahawashi to the end so we can be saved, continuing to do the things that are righteous. You know what I'm saying? In the sight of Yahawashim Yahawashi, being made a spectacle in front of man and to the angels. You know, like this is the time that we living in. What better time to be doing this work? What better time to be believing in Yahawashim Yahawashi? What better time to be putting off that weak nature or turning away from the evil? You know what I'm saying? Now that you know better. You know what I'm saying? It's a scary thing, man. This truth, it's a scary, scary thing, man. It's such a surreal thing, man. This ain't nothing you want to play with. You would want to know this. You would not want to be one of those people riding by, scoffing and mocking. And as we doing this lesson, we got some youngsters behind us. You can hear them laughing, You know what I'm saying? Living their life like it's golden. I'm not judging them, but I'm just saying, like, you can just tell that they are into the world. You know what I'm saying? And not of YAHAWASHI. And soon, everybody gonna know that, you know what I'm saying, the king is back. And they gonna wish that they could have a duo. You know what I'm saying? To change their ways. Start and live different and believe different. You know what I'm saying? And be about the Lord's business, man.
And that's why I got out a minute ago. I think Ezekiel 7 said that the sword is furbished that it make litter, should we then make mirth? And so should you be in a house of mirth and rejoicing, knowing that the sword is being polished up? Well, they won't know, but those who wake to this truth and know prophecy. You know, should you be rejoicing and making mirth, knowing what lies ahead? You should be making haste to flee.
Get up out of this place, man. All right, picking back up. Next precept is coming from the book of Lamentations, chapter 4 and verse 22. And it reads, "The punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. He will no more carry thee away into captivity. He will visit thine iniquity, O daughter of Edom. Slakia, he will discover thy sin."
Yeah, so our iniquity is accomplished. That's why it's a high time to wake out of sleep. Why? Because that cup of slavery and judgment gonna pass from the house of Jacob to the house of Israel. And that's why the scriptures say, "Blessed is he who liveth to see the downfall of his enemies." Because you gotta live to see the fall of Esau. 2/3 of our people ain't gonna live to see that. They're gonna be killed off before then or die with Esau.
They're gonna be babies being told the story.
Yup. It's gonna be a sweet thing to see. So that's why it's a high time to wake out of sleep. Because really this is last call.
I mean, you know about the fear and the terror that's about to hit this place. You know what I'm saying? Can you imagine the lights going off one day and never coming back on? And then 2 weeks later, all the terror and things that happen from that day to 2 weeks later, and then so on until YAHAWASHI, you know what I'm saying, put the spirit on the other nations to hit that button. You know what I'm saying? Can you imagine the terror that the Lord is about to rain down on this place?
The nuke's coming.
Yeah.
Everybody think we partying, bro.
Hey, it's funny.
See, that's why the scriptures say, "Woe to the land when the king is a child." Because everybody else is just like him. Everything is fun and games.
Until it ain't no fun and games.
Yeah.
Like we was talking about right when we was turning in here, I was just like being vexed at them scoffers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's all fun and games right now. You know what I'm saying? It's funny right now. You know what I'm saying? Because still do what you want to do. You see the pipes he got on that car? I thought there was a truck next to it. These people crazy out here, man. Yeah, man, but man, the Lord is on his way back, man. This is no game, man. You know, this is no game. I wouldn't want to be in that, man. Be in their shoes, man. Definitely wouldn't want to be in no heathen shoes.
Oh man.
You know? Definitely don't want they role in the movie.
Yeah.
All right. Next precept is coming from the book of Sirach, chapter 40, starting at verse 9, and it reads, "Death and bloodshed, strife and sword, calamities, famine, tribulation, and discord. These things are created for the wicked, and for their sake came the flood."
So yeah, so that's all that stuff is coming for the wicked again. But we know the flood ain't coming this time, that it's gonna be fire by the nuclear missiles. That's gonna make America and other lands be a lake of fire.
Yep.
Hey, that's gonna be a much more painful form of judgment.
Man, can you imagine, you know what I'm saying, when those nukes hit, wave, a flood of fire, you know what I'm saying?
Stuff melting.
Flood of fire, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, the car's gonna turn. Yeah, the cars, everything gonna be liquefied,
Ain't gonna melt,
and you
you know what
gonna
I'm saying?
liquid fire up here. You just in it.
Right.
Explosions, man.
That's crazy. Hey, it's gonna be a beautiful thing to even watch it though.
Yeah.
To be in them cherries, looking down, watching the world's greatest barbecue take place, man.
Got to. Let's start last minute, try to flag it down.
Oh yeah. He was on the drink.
Oh, where is that? Oh, dang, so live. But yeah, it's a high time to wake out of sleep, because our salvation is nearer than we believe. And I remember the brother, True Jew, he was saying Jacob's trouble, you know, possibly won't even be that long.
Yep.
And think about it, the harder that a fire burns, the quicker it go out. Hey, what if Jacob's trouble was only 3 weeks? You know, because when I first came into the truth, I thought Jacob's trouble, I thought it might be a year and a half. Jacob's trouble might be a month, like less than a month.
But yeah, and if it is like a month or 3 weeks,
That'd be
think about all that terror that's gonna take place, condensed in that short period of time. You know how many people gonna die in that short period of time?
It's gonna be
man?
crazy. And then at the end of that 3 weeks, only thing left is the missiles.
Right.
And don't quote me, you know, it could be 6.
Yeah.
Hey, 6 weeks is
Speaking
shorter
as a
than
man.
we thought, because the Christian church, they still talking about there's gonna be 7 years of tribulation. Tribulation right now.
Right. Hell yeah.
I don't know if that 7 years is literal, but if it is, the 7 years has already been happening, and we about at the end of that 7 years. So it's gonna go down.
It's going down right now. Going down every day. More and more things coming out. You know what I'm saying? Prophecies. You got eyes to see and ears to hear. We understand and we see these times that's going on. But like those kids that were beating at that pump, all those kids, you think they know about the Greeks nation? You know what I'm saying? You think they know about, you know what I'm saying, that sea hip that's coming? You think they concerned with they might be concerned with another C-19. They don't want that to happen.
See?
You know what I'm saying? They definitely don't want that to happen no more. But yeah, man, that's because they of the world, man. That's like folly is said in great dignity.
Yup.
That's the times we in, man. But you know, we might just be, to them, they might be thinking that we just coming out here reading the Bible. So-called black men out here reading the Bible. You know what I'm saying? On the highways and you know what I'm saying? Just reading out the scriptures and stuff. They can't understand why we doing this. You know what I'm saying? They can't understand that, you know what I'm saying? The scripture said the true people of YAHAWASHI was going to be doing this in the latter days, the days that we in right now. See, wisdom is too high for a fool.
Yep.
So they can't understand, you know what I'm saying, what's going on. That's like me trying to teach my daughter how to build a truck. She can't grasp it. That's above her. That's above her, over her head. You know what I'm saying? But right now, it ain't meant for her to know how to build no truck. Just like some of these 2/3 people we run across, it ain't meant for them to understand wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. You know?
Yep.
All right. Like the disciple was talking to YAHAWASHI, they said, why thou, roughly paraphrase, why thou speakest to them in parables? He said, because it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom.
Oh, yeah.
You know? Not everybody. To them, it's not given.
And the Lord don't want them, because I think it might have been John, roughly phrasing, when other Israelites came up, he said, who warned you? You know, rule of scorpions and vipers, you know. Damn people who warned you, maybe. Oh yeah, that's it. Luke. Yeah, look at the map.
All right, it's the book of Matthew, chapter 3 and verse 7. But when he saw many of the Pharisees and Sadducees come to his baptism, he said unto them, O generation of vipers, who have warned you to flee from the wrath to come?
Hey, so it ain't meant for everybody to escape.
Yeah.
But if you've been awakened to who you are, don't stop there. Seek the Lord.
Right.
You know, be occupied in prophecy. Make haste to flee. Yeah. Be all you could be in greatness.
Yeah. YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI.
You know, because everybody, you know, it is what to give it to. And and how you know that you may be eligible to receive this inheritance. First, if you can wake up to who you are, but then if you can go beyond that,
and not be offended by this.
Yup.
Right. Picking back up. Next precept is coming from Proverbs chapter 16 and verse 4, and it reads, "The Lord hath made all things for himself, yea, even the wicked for the day of evil. Everyone that is proud in heart is an abomination to the Lord. Though hand join in hand, he shall not be unpunished."
So like we read a minute ago, that bloodshed, death, calamity, even the flood came for the wicked. Well, we just read that the Lord made all things, even the wicked, for the day of judgment. So bloodshed, strife, the nuclear destruction, and that was all made for the wicked.
Sir.
You know, they got their part in reality too, and it's to be destroyed. Beginning with Esau, Edom, but also the 2/3 of the people who don't seek their inheritance, which is found in this book.
That's the time we in.
So you want to seek to be on the side to receive great things from the Lord and not the terrible.
Terrible. You're definitely coming back to pass our reward.
Mm-hmm.
What reward will you receive?
Yep.
You were being of the elect, you will receive a righteous reward. But being of the 2/3, you're gonna receive, you know what I'm saying, a reward for your wickedness. You know, and that's definitely not what you want. And it's time, man. But in no time.
Yeah.
But, you know, this thing tearing. As you can see the signs, YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI blessed us to come out here. Another opportunity to come out to the highways and hedges and prophesy the downfall of Babylon the Great. Now my weekend has started. And I thank YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI for giving me the opportunity to have a dog in this fight. To not be in a car looking over at some brothers, you know what I'm saying, prophesying. To actually be one of those brothers, you know what I'm saying, doing everything in my power to make my call and election sure, you know. And we're going to end it off on that note. That was the last precept. Do you have anything?
Oh, no, I got none yet. High time to wake out of sleep. Get what's yours. Being such a great people. Because everybody else gonna wish that they were you. Everybody gonna wish they could receive the things that was stored up for the elect. You see, if the other nations knew what was stored up for them, hey, they would get it.
They would get it.
Yeah, and the Lord said they would too.
Yep.
You got to be a retard or a retard not to want to claim what's yours.
Right. That's why you would see not only just us, but just out of all the brothers that's going live and going on the highway, you have other nations come up and they, you know what I'm saying, inquiring. You know what I'm saying? They would get it. They would get it. You know? We the stiff-necked and hard-headed nation, though. Right? So we're going to end it off on that note. I hope that it was edifying. We're going to face the east and give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh. Ba'ashem, YAHAWASHI, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well, teach well, teaching this truth in its entirety, and also to all the other elders that's pushing this truth non-stop throughout the four corners of the earth. We hope that this lesson was edifying. We almost up out of here, Israel. Continue to keep the fight, faith, keep fighting, and you know what I'm saying, keep pushing for YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI. Shalom.
All right, shalom.
Went by so quick.